Have you ever just stopped and thought about all the invisible systems that pretty much run our world? I mean, from your morning coffee order to tracking a package, there are these super complex digital pathways making it all happen seamlessly. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most critical pieces of that puzzle, the data pipeline. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Now, to really get why these pipelines are so important, we're going to start with something familiar. And let's be honest, often super frustrating, a real-world scenario.
Come on, we've all been there, right? You're hungry, you've been waiting for what feels like an eternity, and you're just putting all your faith in that app to deliver the goods. So let's walk through exactly how a simple order can go so wrong when the data gets messy.
So you open up your favorite app, we'll call it Hungry Now, and you place your order. The payment goes through, you get the little confirmation. At this point, everything seems perfect, totally seamless.
But behind the scenes, something goes wrong. A glitch. As your order information is traveling from your phone to the restaurant system, your address gets garbled. It could be a single missing number, one wrong character, and just like that, the data is broken. Your order is now just floating around in a digital black hole. And a result of that tiny error? Total chaos. The kitchen gets the wrong order, the driver gets sent to the wrong address, and 2 hours later, this sad, cold, plain pizza shows up at your door. This isn't just about a bad dinner, it's a complete breakdown of trust, and it all started with one piece of bad data. And that is exactly where the data pipeline swoops in. It's the unsung hero that prevents this kind of disaster by making sure data gets from point A to point B cleanly, reliably, and totally ready for action.
So what is it really? Well, you can think of a data pipeline as a set of automated steps that moves information from one system to another. But here's the key. It's not just about moving data around. It's about preparing that data so it's actually useful for making smart decisions, whether that's getting your pizza to the right house or helping a CEO figure out quarterly sales.
The core process here is usually called ETL, and the best way to think about it is like a restaurant kitchen. First, you extract the raw data, gathering all your ingredients from different sources. Then comes the most important part. You transform it. This is where the magic happens. It's the cooking step where you clean up errors, you validate addresses, you format everything just right. And finally, you load that perfected data into its destination, ready to be served. You see, a good pipeline does way more than just move data around efficiently. It builds the single most valuable thing any business can have: trust.
Just think about it for a second. When a pipeline guarantees your order is accurate, that's a sign of excellence. You, the customer, get exactly what you asked for, right when you expected it. And when that same pipeline is protecting your personal info, your address, your payment details, with secure, compliant processes, well, that shows integrity. This is how a technical process becomes the bedrock of customer confidence.
But it gets even better. Pipelines don't just prevent mistakes. They actively fuel growth by turning all that raw data into actual business intelligence. With a solid pipeline in place, our Hungry Now app can suddenly do amazing things. It can track deliveries in real time, which has a huge impact on customer happiness. It can even forecast demand so restaurants don't waste food. And this is what opens the door to real innovation. All of a sudden, you can add cool new features like live GPS feeds or use machine learning to predict delivery times with crazy accuracy.
I mean, look at this transformation. It's night and day. Before you have a good pipeline, decisions are mostly based on gut feelings and old stale reports. You only find out there's a problem when an angry customer calls. But after, decisions are data-driven, reports are live, and you can actually spot a late delivery and fix it before the customer even knows anything's wrong. You go from reactive to proactive. That's a game changer.
So, what's actually powering all this? Well, it often comes down to a dynamic duo of programming languages, and each one has its own special superpower. All right, let's meet SQL and Python. Think of SQL as this super organized librarian. It is amazing at finding and retrieving very specific information from neat, structured databases, like go get me all the pizza orders from the last 24 hours. Python, on the other hand, is like the creative chef. It's incredibly flexible and powerful, and it's perfect for taking messy, unstructured ingredients, like a file full of missing postcodes, and turning them into a masterpiece. Here's a quick peek at SQL doing its thing. This simple query is basically telling the database, hey, show me the total sales for every single customer you've got. It's direct, it's efficient, it's perfect for that extract step we talked about. And here's Python, working his magic.
This one little line of code scans a whole data set, finds every single empty postcode, and fills it in with the word unknown. It's such an elegant way to solve a messy data problem. This is the heart of that transform step.
But here's the thing. At the end of the day, data pipelines aren't really about connecting databases or running code. They're about connecting people and empowering them to do their best work.
Just think about who benefits. A single, trustworthy pipeline empowers the entire team. Marketing can finally understand what customers are doing. Operations can see exactly how deliveries are performing. Analysts can give executives a clear, live view of the business. It even empowers the chefs and drivers on the ground with the precise information they need to get the job done right.
So ultimately, these pipelines are so much more than just digital plumbing. They're really the lifeblood of a modern business. Connecting systems, yes, but also connecting people, performance, and everything back to the company's core values. The next time you track a package or order a coffee, just think for a second about the data making it all possible. What unsung digital hero will you notice today?